Hello and welcome to the Premier League Matchday 13. My name is Gary Lineker and featuring here today two big games between Manchester United versus Rangers and also Liverpool versus Leeds. But during the week, unfortunately, Manchester United sacked their manager, a two-time Premier League winner consecutively, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, due to poor results. And they are sitting 10th place in the Premier League, and his replacement is the former Addis Gunners and German head coach Joachim Löw to take over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job as a new manager for Manchester United, and that is the third sacking of the season. And his first game in charge as manager for Man U, they play at home to Rangers, we are featuring here today. And the second match we're featuring will be Liverpool versus Leeds United at Anfield. Let's get straight into the first matchup here in Joachim Löw's first game in charge as Manchester United manager, as Manchester United, the current holders of this competition, the Premier League, are playing Rangers. Let's get to the action. And we are here in the feature of dreams here at Manchester at Old Trafford, and it's the first game under their new manager Joachim Löw, who took over the Man United job during Wednesday after the departure of a Manchester United legend and manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You can see the crowd right there showing appreciation to a legend of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The goal he scored in 1999 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final to win the whole Champions League, and also becoming the manager and won 2 Premier League titles consecutively for the Red Devils in the last two seasons in this Premier League. And now obviously poor results in the Premier League has really caught up for Solskjaer, and now he's lost his job and we've got a new manager in charge, the new era in charge, as Joachim Löw is now the manager for Manchester United. Now Joachim Löw's first starting 11 we'll have is Navas, we've got Maguire, Smalling and Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Isco, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, we have his Jadon Sancho, up front we've got Harry Kane and Marcus Rashford, and that is still the same lineup as what Solskjaer done when he was manager, and Joachim Löw stuck to that same format from what Solskjaer did. And now we know that Rangers, however, did actually play quite well last week when they played at Celtic, their arch rivals. They drew that game by 2-2. And their starting 11 today we have is McGregor in goal. We have James Tavernier the captain, Goldson, Ben Davis. We got is John Lundstram, Glenn Kamara, Aaron Ramsey, Tom Lawrence. And Morelos has done quite well this season. He's one of the players of the season for Rangers. He's done well to carry the whole team. I wonder why they're doing quite well in their first spell in the top flight of British football. And Rangers going to go up against Manchester United. A big game here between the two sides, but for Man United especially, because they need a win today after the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And can Joachim Löw start well as new manager of this great football club? And here we go, and let's get underway right now between Manchester United and Rangers. And Morelos just took out Isco there, and that's a yellow card for Morelos. I've got to say, he has done quite well this season for Rangers, scored so many goals already. He's like the top goal scorer in the club. I think he's one of the 5th or 6th top goal scorers in the league. But now here's Wan-Bissaka, now Harry Kane. Now Kane out to Sancho. Sancho's through. It could be a goal. It could be Rashford. And a goal's being knocked in by deflection. And Manchester United, under the new era of Joachim Löw in charge, they are leading here by 1-0. And that's a great goal there from Marcus Rashford. And it's now Manchester United 1, Rangers 0 in this game. 1-0, good start for Man United in this matchup so far, under their new manager Joachim Löw took over the job during the week. And he's done well impressively. In 4 minutes being played, he's scored already. And now here's Lawrence. Okay, that's going to be now a throw-in right now for Rangers. Now James Tavernier will throw it in now to Landstrom. And now is Lawrence. Now Lawrence now to Kamara. Now to Kamara, now lost the ball there to Maguire. Now McTominay. Now McTominay right now. Could be a chance here for Harry Kane. Harry Kane make it 2. Sancho, saved there from McGregor. McGregor for the Rangers saved it. And now Sancho again here for Manchester United. Good defender there for Rangers. Now is John Lundstrom. Now to Kamara. Now to Maguire. Now Wan-Bissaka. Isco. Harry Kane. Kane to Rashford. Rashford to Sancho. Save there. Could be. That could have been. That could have been a goal. That could have been. Now corner kick here for Manchester United. Cross into the box. Head away right there for Rangers. Headed back again now. It could be a chance. Oh wait. There's a handball. And the referee's pointed the spot for a penalty. And the ball deflected the hand of James Tavernier. And VAR gives it a penalty right there for Manchester United to make it 2. Extend their lead in the early stage of the matchup. Good start on the Jurgen Löw, I've got to say. And now Harry Kane will take it. Could he make it 2-0 in 13 minutes played under their new manager in charge? Harry Kane for the penalty. Kane has a shot, hit the crossbar. Oh my God! And now Rashford. Oh, that could have been a rebound, but it's gone wide. That could have been the goal right there to make it 2. But hit the crossbar from penalty. Then Rashford rebounded to his foot. Had a shot, but it's gone wide. And McGregor will take this goal kick and boots it. Now it's Morelos. Now it's Kamara. Now to Kent. Now it's Morelos here now. Very good. Now Morelos controls the ball very nicely right now. Now to Luke Shaw. Now to Smalling. Now to Bruno Fernandes. Okay, lost the ball now to Rangers here. Rangers now lost the ball. There's a throw here for Manchester United. Now here's Bruno Fernandes now. The ball knocks there to Sancho. Now to Kane. Now Kane with the ball here now for Manchester United. Harry Kane. Could be a nice chance there. Cut through, but good defending there from Rangers. Now Kamara's through here. Nice there to Morelos. Now Aaron Ramsey. And now Ramsey down to Morelos. Now it's Lawrence. Lawrence. Could be. Okay, went to the hands very easily there from that Kane and Navas. Will boots it away here for Manchester United. Now Kane. Now Sancho. Sancho now pressing on. I've got to say that Maynard done quite well, obviously, the last 25 minutes. Been pressed on Rangers' defence under their new manager. Probably our plan for him. But anyway, here's Ramsey now. Now next knocks it to Ryan Kent. Now Ryan Kent here for Rangers here. On the attack here. Now Morelos. He's won the ball here for Rangers in the penalty box here. Morelos here. Landstrom. Chance. Oh, save. But wait a second. The referee's point for a penalty. There's a foul in the box. And it looks like Luke Shaw was the one who fouled him. There's a yellow card he's been given out here to Luke Shaw. And that's a foul right there. It's a penalty for Rangers. I can't believe it. Why did Man United can't keep themselves to themselves? Because now Rangers got themselves a penalty in this match. And Rangers here at Old Trafford. James Tavernier will take it. There's a chance. And a goal's been scored. And Rangers have made it 1-1 in this matchup. And obviously under their new manager Jurgen Löw, they cannot keep a clean sheet again. Like what happened of course under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Things are still looking worse for Manchester United of course. Even though they have got a new manager, a new era in charge. Things have still got to improve. And it's now 1-1 now. And now here's Isco. Got Isco the ball here. Nice pressing on here to Isco here. Okay, now is Barisic. Now Barisic here to Aaron Ramsey. Now to Morelos. Lost the ball there to Smalling here. Now here's Kent. Now to Morelos is through. Morelos is through. He might look for a good defender there from Chris Smalling. Now Wan-Bissaka. Now Isco. And now is Wan-Bissaka now on the attack here for Manchester United here. On the attack here against Rangers here. Now Wan-Bissaka's through. Presses on. Wan-Bissaka. Good defender there for Rangers there. Very nice to see. Now Glenn Kamara now. Down to Lawrence. Now here's Morelos. Now McTominay. Now here's Sancho. Lost the ball control back to Rangers here again. Now here's chance here for James Tavernier. Now Kamara. Now Lundstrom. Kamara. Kamara's through. He presses on here now to Ryan Kent. Now Kent now. Could be a chance for Rangers. Morelos. Oh, it could go for 2-1. Bicycle kick and a goal for Rangers before half time. It's now 2-1. Under their new manager Jurgen Löw, things have got from better to worse again. Even when Solskjaer was in charge, still the exact problems in this team. I can't believe their new manager is in charge, Jurgen Löw, and now they went from 1-0 up down to 2-1 down at Old Trafford from a bicycle kick there from Alfredo Morelos. He's done quite well this season, I've got to say. One of the best players in the Rangers team, I've got to say, from the goals he's committed. And there you go, now 2-1 to Rangers at Old Trafford here. Not looking good here for Manchester United. Now here's Morelos again here for Rangers before half time. We've got 2 minutes to be played left. Now is Tom Lawrence here. Could be a chance maybe to make it 3-1 to Rangers. Now is Morelos. Chance. Good defender. Now Scott McTominay. Now to Rashford. And that is that going into the break here at Old Trafford here. And Manchester United, of course, are actually trailing here by 2-1 under their new manager in charge, Jurgen Löw. And Morelos, I've got to say, done quite well to score that goal, that bicycle kick goal at Old Trafford. And it's Manchester United 1, Rangers 2 at the Theatre of Dreams. And we are back here for the second half, and here we go. And we are back in this second half, and it's 2-1 to Rangers in the break. Now Kamara wins the ball. Now to Ryan Kent here for Rangers now. Nice press on here from him. Now here's Morelos, lost control of the ball here. Now to McTominay now. Now to Jadon Sancho. Now Sancho now presses on here. He presses on here. Jadon Sancho for Manchester United. Now here's a chance for Harry Kane. Kane! Oh, shot! Oh, that could have been. That could have been. Good save there from McGregor. One-handed save from him. For a great volley there from Bruno Fernandes. He volleyed it nicely. But it went right into the hands of McGregor for a corner kick here for the Red Devils. So Manchester United, the Red Devils, the team, the red side of Manchester, got a chance maybe for a goal maybe here. Isco, Maguire now, Sancho, McTominay here, press on here, and good defence. Oh, right, back to the keeper here now for Rangers. Now here's James Tavernier, now to Goldson, now to Ramsey, now Kamara, now here's Morelos. Now lost the ball now again down to McTominay, now to Morelos here now to Ryan Kent here for Rangers now. Here's a good ball here to Kamara. Now lost control of it back to Smalling. Now Isco. Got Isco now. Press on here to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's through. Kane's through for Man United, and they've scored. It's now 2-2. And they're back in the game, they are. And they're hoping to get their first win under their new manager. They've got to, really. And they've got a goal back. It's now 2-2. Could it make it 3-2 maybe so? Anything could happen in this match here at Old Trafford. Now here's Morelos now. It is 2-2 it is at the moment. And Morelos will pass it there to James Tavernier. Now to Landstrom, now to Goldson. Now here's Landstrom. Now Kamara. Morelos. Now Lundstram. Lawrence. Could be a goal here for Rangers maybe. Good defender there for Wan-Bissaka there for Manchester United. Now Isco. Pressed on here. Now to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's through. Could be 3-2 maybe so. Can they try and make it 3-2? Control the ball here. Now Harry Kane 1v1. What a save there from McGregor. It could have gone to 3-2. It could have gone back in the lead. But it's still 2-2. It's now going to be now a corner. And Isco's came off. The substitute. And now there's a chance here. And obviously Dan James, of course, comes on for Man U. Harry Maguire going for a volley, but lost control back to the keeper. And now Morelos here. Nice press on here, maybe for Rangers. Nice run to the corner here. Nice counter press here for Rangers here. They press on, beating Luke Shaw. Now Morelos now. Could be a chance maybe here for Rangers. Now here's Landstrom. Shot saved there, the Keylor Navas. Now corner for Rangers. They're in a bit of trouble here, Man United. Elanga's looks like they're come on here. Anthony Elanga's now going to come on here for Man United, and Jadon Sancho will be coming off for Manchester United. So Elanga's going to come on, the Swedish mid forward. And now James Tavernier with a short corner here for Rangers. Meanwhile here now is to Ryan Kent. Maybe. Won the ball back. James Tavernier. He's won it. Pressed onto the attack here. Lawrence. A goal! And Rangers are 3-2 up, and they're back in the lead. And then they'll run into the manager, Giovanni Dos Blancos. Running towards the manager here to celebrate with him. And they've got a goal here at Old Trafford. It's 3-2. They're back in the lead. What is going on here at Manchester United under their new manager, Jurgen Löw? They've done well so far at the start of the game, but at the end of the game, Rangers have been really pressed on. And they're back in the lead. And Rangers are now 3-2 up in this match here at Old Trafford away from home. That'll be a big result for them if they can do that today. If they can put that one off. And now it's Lawrence who scored it. And now here's Marcus Rashford. Now Rashford. Nice press on here from Rashford here. Now to Lawrence. Now here's Ramsey. Look for a fourth maybe so. And now Ryan Kent. Now Ramsey. Now Kent. Okay, lost control of the ball. Goal kick here for Manchester. They've got to get the ball in the other end of the pitch. They have to. And I've got to say, a lot of missing opportunities from Bruno Fernandes. He's got to really work it a little bit harder in the next 15 minutes time, because he's been very poor today, I've got to say. But it's Wan-Bissaka. Now it's Matobody. Now Matobody presses on here. Very nice counter press here from him. Now Harry Kane. Now Kane. Kane might go for a goal here. Good defending there from Goldson there for Rangers. And now Rangers press on here. Nice pressing. Nice counter-attack press. Now here's Morelos. Now Morelos is through. Morelos is through. Good defending right there from Chris Smalling. Now back again now for Rangers maybe. Now Kamara. Ken. Morelos. Oh, it could be a fourth. That could have been. What a save there from the Costa Rica goalkeeper. And that's going to be now a corner kick here for Rangers. And we know that now we've got Scott Matobody coming off, and Martial's going to be coming on. Another substitution being made under their new manager Jurgen Löw today. And they've got to get a goal, of course, because they are trailing by 3-2. And now Rangers are really bullying Man United's defence here at the back. Now Morelos here looking for a fourth. Could be a chance maybe. They're holding on right in the other end of the pitch. And now, right to the hands of Navas. Now boots it away here. And now Kane trying to beat the ball, but he couldn't do it, unfortunately. Now back to Rangers again here. Now Kamara now. It's Morelos right into the hands easily there from Kane and Navas. And now here's Harry Kane. Heads it now. Okay, lost the ball here now to Yanis. Yanis now to Ryan Kent. Now Ryan Kent now. Now is back down to Man United. They've got to get back at the other end, but they can't do that because the whistle has blown. And it's a win for Rangers. They won here today by 3-2 in this matchup here at Old Trafford, as things are still looking worse for Manchester United after their sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer during the week. Under their new manager Jurgen Löw, they can't pick up any results. However, for Rangers on the other hand, they got themselves a result here at Old Trafford. They climb up the table of the Premier League, even above Manchester United in the league as well, after the result here at Old Trafford. As the game ends here as Manchester United 2, Rangers 3. A very disappointing start of their new manager Jurgen Löw in charge of Manchester United, because they lost here today by 3-2 to Rangers. They really outclassed them today, and I've got to say, at the start of the matchup, Man U were very on them, but at the end of the match, Rangers were all over them, and the game ends 3-2. Let's get to our next matchup. It's going to be Liverpool playing against Leeds United at Anfield, and we are here at Anfield here today, as we're going to have Liverpool taking on Leeds United. And all the crowd are singing "You Never Walk Alone," and hopefully it might really intimidate the Leeds team, because however Leeds have done quite well so far this season. They did actually got a point out of Man U last week to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in that game 2-2 at Ellen Road, and that was the ending of his reign as manager for Man United. But hopefully today Leeds might pull off an upset here today, maybe so against Liverpool at Anfield, because they have done quite well this season under Marcelo Bielsa. And we know that Leeds United, however, have got a very good team. As always, no injuries whatsoever, no injuries or any problems. They've been so good. And now, let's look at the lineup starting with Liverpool. We've got Alisson in goal. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold in defence. We've got Matip and Matteo and also Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson captain, Thiago. The three up front will be Nunez, Dybala and Roberto Firmino, and Jurgen Klopp's team right there for Liverpool itself. For Leeds United on the other hand, they've got themselves a very good team. Obviously done well last week to get a draw out of Man United to actually end the reigns of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge for Man U, and hopefully might pull something off here today against Liverpool, as we've got Mourier in goal, we've got Christensen defence with Llorente, Cooper and Firpo. We've got his Calvin Phillips the captain, Jack Harrison and Rodrigo. We've got Rafinha, Bamford and Luis Diela up front for Leeds. And now let's look into the matchup here at Anfield between the two sides, the Reds and the Whites here at Anfield. We've got Pablo Dybala for Liverpool. Can he score loads of goals today like he's done throughout the last 12 matches in the Premier League? Or will, of course, Leeds United get themselves to pull an upset maybe so? Because Patrick Bamford has been so good for Leeds. And maybe he might get on the score sheet today, perhaps. So let's have to wait and see. But here we go. Let's get this contest underway here as Liverpool versus Leeds. And the retro game begins here between the two sides. Now it's Nunez now pressed on here. Maybe a good start here for Liverpool here. Darwin Nunez. He's through on Leeds defence here in the early stage of the matchup. Nunez. Oh, save there from Mourier there, the goalkeeper for Leeds United. And now here's Firpo now. Lost it now to Rodrigo now for Leeds. Now here's Phillips now to Llorente, and now back to Liverpool's team here now to Thiago. Nice press on here from him, and now Dybala's on through. He's through, and they've scored, and Liverpool are in front in the first 6 minutes in the game. And that's a great goal right there for Pablo Dybala, and the Argentinian scores in the matchup. He really strikes it home and he beats the goalkeeper Mourier, and now it's 1-0 to Liverpool in the game. Yeah, I've got to say, very nice of so, and Leeds' defence have been so leaky at the back, very leaky at the back, and there you go. And it's now 1-0 to Liverpool in the game. For Liverpool, the Reds are in the lead, and Leeds unfortunately are trailing here by 1-0 in this match. Okay, we are straight to kick-off here of that goal scored, and now Leeds start play. And it is 1-0, not good start for Leeds, but now it's Jack Harrison here for Leeds now. Here's to Phillips. Now here's Harrison now to Bamford. Now Bamford all the way now to Rafinha. Rafinha's through. It could be maybe in Liverpool win the ball back, and now lost control. Now it's going to be a goal kick here for, for Liverpool. Now pass it short here to Matteo. Now to Robertson. Now nice counter pressing here from Robertson here for Liverpool now. And now Darwin Núñez is through. Darwin Núñez here to Thiago. Thiago's pressed on here for Liverpool maybe. And Leeds won the ball back very nicely so. Now here's Christensen. Now to Rafinha. Rafinha now to Jack Harrison. Now Jack Harrison lost control of the ball here. Now to Matteo now. And now Matteo right now back here for Leeds. Now is Robertson here for Liverpool here. Press on here. Nice counter press on the Reds. And now here's Pablo Dybala. He presses on here for Liverpool. And now Leeds has won the ball back here very nicely so. And now is Jack Harrison. Now back now to Fabinho now. Now to Robertson. Now Robertson, now there's a chance here maybe for Roberto Firmino, and a goal's been scored, and Liverpool scored 2 in before 20 minutes being played in the game. Very good goal there for the Brazilian, and he scores to make it now 2-0 to Liverpool in the game. And I think Jurgen Klopp will be very proud of how the way he scored that goal, because that was a very good goal. And Liverpool now 2-0 up in front here against Leeds United in the game. Yeah, I've got to say, they couldn't defend that unfortunately there, Cooper. And then he strikes it past the goalkeeper. And now it's now 2-0. And Jurgen Klopp, so happy man he is in that touchline. And it's now 2-0 to Liverpool. He will take that, obviously. Not any means. Now here's Rodrigo. Now here's Jack Harrison now to Bamford. Now Bamford now, press on here. Now here's Leeds now in the attack. Maybe look for a goal, maybe. But Bamford saved there from Alisson. And now shot there for Phillips, and save again there from Alisson. Now corner here for Leeds. The first corner in the game for Leeds United in this match. First corner. Oh, wait, bounced away. Wait a second, could be a handball. No, it doesn't. Now it's Thiago. Now it's Pablo Dybala now. Press on here. And look at the defence, the third post being beaten. That pace, that lovely pace and agility right there. And that could have been a goal, but saved there for Mourier. Yeah, now is Thiago. Now is Rafinha. Now is Stiniera. Now is Alexander Arnold. Now it's pressed on here. Now Thiago. No. Lost it. Okay. And now is Bamford. Now Bamford now is Jack Harrison. And now is Rafinha. Now Rafinha. Now Harrison. Now Matteo. Now Henderson. Nice press on here. Now Dybala's through. He's pressed on 1v1. And he puts it in, and it's now 3. Liverpool are 3-0 up just before half-time. Leeds have been absolutely hopeless in this game, and Liverpool have got another goal. And Leeds fans behind the goal right there look so quiet. No loudmouths from them, as Liverpool, of course, have got another goal in the game. It's now 3-0 to the Reds here, and all the fans here at Anfield are so relieved that goal went in, and Jurgen Klopp as well will be so delighted as well to see Liverpool extend their lead to 3-0. There you go. Let's get straight into the ball in the centre circle as Leeds start again. Now Leeds win it back, obviously from that goal was scored, so the ball's in the middle. Now is Jack Harrison now. Nice press on here from Jack Harrison, good defender from Matip right there for Liverpool. And now here's Leon Cooper. Now Firpo. Now Cooper. Now Cooper now to Bamford. Now Bamford now. Now Leeds now win the ball back. Bamford. Now chance for Bamford. Good defending here, Matteo now. Now Roberto Firmino now. Now Fabio now for Liverpool. Nice counter attack here for Liverpool. The Reds here could look for a fall before half time. Could be. Diabala's through. He cuts through in defender and a goal scored for Liverpool, and it's now 4-0. And there's no way back now for Leeds, unfortunately. So this is all over. Been there and out. It's 4-0 to Liverpool, and Leeds are absolutely trailing this game by 4-0. Very nice. Pressing on. Nice counter attack. Got the defender there, Liam Cooper, turned him over as well, and now it's 4-0 to Liverpool, and Mourier was beaten, unfortunately so, and it's now 4-0 to the Reds, and Liverpool are now 4-0 up in front in this match. Very good start for them in this game. They're fresh in Leeds, and there you go. Now here's back to play here. Now it's half time. The whistle blows for half time here at Anfield, and Liverpool absolutely dominated that first half, and Leeds were absolutely hopeless as Liverpool were beating them at the moment here by 4-0 in this match, and that is massive. It is for them, and also for Pablo Diabala. And the score is a score at half time. It's 4-0 to the Reds, Liverpool. We're back here for the second half, and here we go here between the two sides, and we are back. And now here's Liverpool. Leeds now on the Stiniera. Now Stiniera now on the attack here. Press on here for Leeds. Stiniera. Oh, okay, that's going to be now a corner. Corner kick here for Leeds. Now Jack Harrison will take it. Passable short there to Matteo. Okay, now is Henderson. Now Henderson. Alexander-Arnold here. Nice press on for Alexander-Arnold here for Liverpool. And now is Trent Alexander-Arnold cuts through nicely there. Now to Roberto Firmino. And now is a chance here for a goal. Could be. Oh, the goal scored, cut through nicely now. And it's now a goal scored, 5-0 to Liverpool. And Liverpool, the Cop, have equalised again, 5-0 against Leeds. Absolutely shaky. Their defending is so shaky at the back. There's no way that Leeds have been very, very on them. They've been absolutely leaky, they've been. And now it's 5-0 to Liverpool in the match. There's no way back now, I've got to say. No way back now for them. There you go. It's now going to be 5-0 to Liverpool. Now it's Rodrigo. Now Bamford. Now it's Rodrigo. Now is Phillips. Now is Rodrigo. Now Matip. Now Thiago. Now Dybala. Now Roberto Firmino now. Press on here to make it 6 for Liverpool maybe. Is it going to be 6? Oh, the ball was deflected away. The defender was poor. They won the ball back, they did, the Leeds defence, and then it went back to one of the players for Liverpool and it hit Darwin Núñez's foot. Ricocheted his foot and it went into the over the line, and it's now 6-0 to Liverpool. There's no way back now, obviously, for Leeds. They've been absolutely dirty. They've been absolutely poor. And I've got to say, it was a nice attack there from. It was actually lost control of the ball. I think it was from the number 11, Jack Harrison, lost control of the ball and it hit ricocheted the foot of Darwin Núñez and went over the line. It's now 6-0 to Liverpool in the match. And Jurgen Klopp's fist pumping there in the corner. He's so relieved that goal went in. It's now 6-0. Leeds have been absolutely thrashed. They've been thrashed in this match. There's no hope at all for Leeds. Now is Bamford now. What's he going to do with it? Now lost the ball now. Back to Patrick Bamford. To now Trent Alexander-Arnold. And now here's now Thiago now on the attack here. Could be a chance here now. Maybe if we'll make it 7. Is he going to make it 7? And he does make it 7. And Liverpool are 7-0 up against Leeds. And another goal again from Pablo Dybala. He's been absolutely magnificent today. Absolutely magnificent. And there's no way that no one can stop him. No way no one can stop him from scoring. And that there, right there is a great goal for Liverpool. It's now 7-0 for Liverpool in the match. It could be 10 them, it looks like. It could be going to goal to 10-0 at this rate. It could be the exact same result as Arsenal did a couple of weeks when they actually played against Watford when they won 11 won that game at the Emirates. It could be the exact same scoreline here at Anfield, how the way things are going. And now here's Henderson now on the ball, back it over Leeds here again. And now Roberto Firmino now on the attack here, might make it 8. He makes it 8. He makes it 8, and he does. Liverpool have made it 8, and Leeds have been absolutely thrashed. At this rate, it could be a record break, and it could be the exact same result as from what Arsenal did when they played against Watford a couple of weeks back, when they won that game by 11 goals to one that broke the Premier League scoreline record. This could be the exact same thing here today. It could be, if they can continue this momentum in this match. It might be so. And it's now 8-0 to Liverpool in the game. Great goal, and Jurgen Klopp, I've got to say, has been so relieved how the way Liverpool played from the start to finish here. And that's now 8-0 to Liverpool. And I've got to say, Leeds have done quite well this season, I've got to say, in terms of the results they've had, and that even get a draw out of Man United. They obviously beaten Arsenal 3-2 at Ellen Road. They've got a win out of West Ham. They got a result left, right and centre. And then today they're losing 8-0 to Liverpool. So things are not looking good. They are currently 6th in the Premier League table, but on goal difference it might even drop down. Phillips now is Rodrigo. Now he's back now to Liverpool now. Rodrigo. Now Leeds now on the attack here. Now Rafinha. Could be a chance maybe so for Leeds. Might get 1 goal back for luck maybe so here. Now it's Bamford. Now Harrison. Oh, that could have been a goal back in the game. They might have lost this matchup, but at least they got some bit of pride in them. But Leeds haven't. And now Liam Cooper comes off. Junior Firpo comes off, and we've got 2 substitutions being made here for Leeds United in the game. So it's going to be now a short little pass here. It looks like here, or is he going to boot it? He's going to boot it. Alice is going to clear it away. Onto the head there now to Fabinho now here for Liverpool. Now Fabinho. Now Fabinho. Now Roberto Firmino now. Could be for Liverpool. Could make it 9 maybe here. And wait. Oh, handball. Penalty. Wait. Penalty is it? No, it's a free kick. It's a free kick. I think it might hit the hand of a Liverpool player. Yeah, it's a free kick for Leeds. I thought it was a handball. In fact, for Liverpool, it might be a penalty for them, but it wasn't. And it's going to be a free kick instead for Leeds. And Mounier will take this free kick and boots it away. Obviously off that dreadful 8-0 defeat at the moment. And now Henderson's won the ball back here for Liverpool. Might look for 9, but now Leeds won it back now to Jack Harrison now to Click. Now is Matip. Now Henderson. Henderson now to Roberto Firmino now. Now Firmino on the press. Cross in. Could be a goal for... Oh, it could be for Nunez. What a save there for Mounier to keep that one out. And that's going to be now a corner. It's going to be here for Liverpool. And we've got here Jack Harrison's now going to be coming off. And Mark Rocker's going to be coming on here for Leeds. We only got 5 minutes to be played in this match. 5 minutes to be played in the game. And now here's Leeds now on the attack here. Now Robertson. Now Thiago. Now Thiago now. Press on here to Fabinho. It could be 9-0. It could be 9-0. It could be saved there from Mounier. Liverpool have been really on them. I think Leeds would be very disappointed to come to Anfield and trail by 8 goals to 0. That's nothing like Leeds this season. They've been so good compared to this, but it doesn't look like it. Now cross into the box here. The Liverpool header all way into the hands there to Mounier. Could have been 9, it could have been. Now boots it away right there nicely. Clear it away. Now Liverpool now won the ball back. Now back to Leeds. 5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. 5 minutes to be played of stoppage time remaining. And now Stiniera now for Leeds. Stiniera now for Leeds United. It could be a chance for maybe a consolation, but went to the hands of Alisson now, but clears it away. And now it could be all the way now to Pablo Diab. It doesn't do that. Now he's that to Calvin Phillips. Now here's to Roca. Now Roca now to Rafinha. Now Rafinha now to Rodrigo. Now Rodrigo at the ball here now. And that's it. The whistle's officially blown here at Anfield. And Liverpool absolutely thrashed Leeds here. And Pablo Diabala scored 6 goals today, and he deserves to win the match ball after his performance here, as Leeds were absolutely floored. They were today, absolutely destroyed and humiliated, embarrassed here at Anfield. Nothing like Leeds this season, a lot better than that, but the game ends here as Liverpool 8, Leeds 0. Huge win there for Liverpool here today. 6 goals from that man right there, Pablo Dybala, on the right hand side of our screens. And he's done so well to score 6 goals for Liverpool, and that is a huge win for them. But now let's go to the official game highlights for all the other 8 matches across the Premier League. Let's get to the game highlights. It took Spurs until the 4th minute of the match to put themselves in front of the game, as it was a great ball. It was there from Spurs, from Fekir there to Aspas, and Aspas puts it in to make it 1-0 to Spurs here at the Nelson Road Stadium in South London in Richmond. And Spurs press on to make it 2-0 in the matchup, as a great goal from Fekir puts it in and past the goalkeeper, and now it's 2-0 to Spurs. And then AFC Richmond got themselves a goal back in the game from Danny Rojas for AFC Richmond. Maybe hope for Richmond to get back in the matchup against Spurs, hopefully so here at the Nelson Road. And just before half-time, Spurs got themselves another goal to make it 3-1, as a great strike there from Song Heung-min to beat past the goalkeeper, and now it's 3-1 to Spurs. Then, however, Spurs press on as Kulusevski makes it 4-1 to Tottenham, and AFC Richmond were absolutely poor they've been, and now it's 4-1 to Tottenham in the game. And AFC Richmond obviously got themselves another goal in the matchup. Still trailing though, but it deflected off one of the Spurs defenders. And it's now 4-2 to Spurs. And that's another goal back for AFC Richmond. Maybe it could be a comeback, but it deflected off one of the players of Sigurdsson. And now it's a goal back for Richmond. And the game ends here today at the Nelson Road Stadium. A huge result it was for Spurs, however, showed away from home. And they're trying to close the gap on Arsenal in that top 4 position. And the game ends here today at Nelson Road. It's AFC Richmond 2, Spurs 4. For Celtic, however, they got themselves a goal in the first 12 minutes of the matchup as Ryan Christie pressed on the counter-attack for Celtic, and he met with Edouard, and Edouard 1v1 to Schmeichel, and he beat Schmeichel, and Celtic made themselves go 1-0 up in the game here against Leicester City, and that was a great strike from him, and Edouard puts it in to make it 1-0 to Celtic. And then Celtic extend their lead again to make it 2-0 in the matchup in the first 15 minutes of the match. After that first goal went in, a second came in also in the first 50 minutes of the game from a nice little pass sweaty there from Christie. And then Edouard tapped it in to make it now 2-0 to Celtic in the game. But there was hope for Leicester, however, as James Maddison sweated it nicely then Jamie Vardy and striked it, and maybe there's hope for Leicester to get back in the game. And then Celtic, however, from Turnbull had a shot, but it hit the hand of one of the players for Leicester's defender, and the referee pointed for the spot for a penalty as the ball ricocheted his hand, and now it's Celtic got a penalty because of it. And Juranovic takes the penalty for Celtic and puts it into the net, and it's now 3-1 to Celtic before half time. And then in the second half, however, Celtic got themselves another goal in the matchup to make it 4-1 in the match and beat Schmeichel, and Celtic push themselves to make it 4 in the game. And then Jamie Vardy pressed on against Joe Hart, the goalkeeper, and Leicester got themselves a goal back in the game. But there's still a lot to play though, as Leicester score 2 more goals maybe before the end of the game to get themselves in level pegging in the match. But it's still, they're trailing by 4-2. Three points gained for Celtic as they are now climbing up the table after their poor start to the season. And they actually won here today by 4-2 against Leicester here on Matchday 13 of the Premier League. And there's a huge win there for Ange Postecoglou, as his job could be under threat a couple of weeks ago, but his job's still saved after the results they've gained. And they won here today by 4-2 against Brendan Rodgers' Leicester, and that's a huge win for the green and white stripes. Everton are looking for their first home win of the season here at Goodison Park, but it was Calvin Lewin had a shot and puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Everton, and maybe there's hope they can get their first win at home this season, but there's a long way to go though during the game. And Everton extend their lead to Brentford once again as Dominic Calvert-Lewin makes it 2-0 and puts 2 in front against Brentford here in the first half. And maybe, just maybe, there's hope for their first home win of the season here for the Evertonians. It went from bad to worse for Brentford's defence. It was actually a 1-2 from Decore from Dele Alli, and Everton made it 3-0 past Brentford and could be a chance for their first home win of their league season so far for the Evertonians, and that win might mean a lot for them after their poor form under Frankie Lampard. However, in the second half, it was actually a goal from Kasper Dolberg. They get 1 goal back for Brentford, and maybe there's hope for Brentford. They're still alive in this game, but it's still a long way to go though. The hope and the positivity is going to happen maybe for Brentford as Janelt scores, and it's now 3-2 to Everton, and Brentford now creeping back into the game, and a great ball there from the Danish forward there, Dolberg, and then Janelt strikes it into that bottom corner, Biggs Pickford, and now it's 3-2 to Everton, and now Everton have to hope that they hold on now until the end of the final whistle. But unfortunately it wasn't to be, because 3 minutes later, Brian Mbumo puts it in to make it 3-3, and what a comeback from 3-0 down to 3-3. And they might have to wait Everton for their first home win of the season, because at the moment it's 3-3. Unfortunately for the Evertonian fans, they have to wait for their first home victory for another time, because unfortunately they went from 3-0 up to 3-3 from a great comeback, famous comeback for Brentford this season, and the game ends here today at Everton at Goodison Park as it was Everton 3, Brentford 3. It took Newcastle 17 minutes to get themselves in front from a goal from Miguel Almiron to put Newcastle in front here at Fratton Park. Newcastle pressed on against the Portsmouth defence, and there was a strike but saved there from Dean Henderson, and that was a great save from him, and now is a corner for Newcastle. And however, there was a nice ball though for Newcastle, pressed on there from Callum Wilson, and he puts it in, and finally Newcastle in front here, and the Geordies extend their lead again against Portsmouth here down in the south coast to 2-0 here in this match. But things got bad to worse for Portsmouth because Newcastle made it 3-0 in the match, and Callum Wilson scores again, his second goal in the game, and it was beaten past the goalkeeper Dean Henderson, and now it's 3-0 to Newcastle. There was a chance for a hat-trick for Callum Wilson, but he decided to sway it to Saint-Maximin to make it 4-0 to Newcastle. And it was a great goal from them as Wilson found their Maximin, no one there marking him, and all he had to do is tap it in with a clear, open, empty goal, and he puts it in to make it 4 in front of the away end of the Newcastle fans. But it didn't finish from there because Trossard crossed the ball into Ivan Toney and he puts it in for a consolation goal for Portsmouth in the matchup, and Newcastle couldn't get themselves a clean sheet, and Portsmouth, however, got themselves 1 goal back in the match, but only a bit of a consolation, a bit of hope for Portsmouth, but it wasn't to be, as they've scored in the late end of the match. A nice win for Newcastle. They came all the way from the north-east, all the way down to the south coast, and got themselves a huge win here at Fratton Park, as it was a huge win for Newcastle, and they are in good form so far in this Premier League. They are into back-to-back victories, beating AFC Richmond last week, beating here Portsmouth this week, and they are marching up towards the table in 6th position, or competing in those European places, as now it ends here, Portsmouth 1, Newcastle United 4. Man City won themselves a free kick from a foul there from the defender for West Ham United, and he was given a yellow card by the referee, and it's now a free kick for Man City. And the referee marks that free kick from the 4 players in the wall for West Ham United, and Karim Benzema took the free kick and striked it very nicely, and it went to the hands of Fabianski, didn't put enough towards it, and the ball went into the net. And now it's 1-0 to Manchester City in the early stage of the match with a great free kick there from Karim Benzema. Nice press on there from Jude Bellingham, knocked it nicely to Raheem Sterling and had a shot and beat Fabianski to it, and now it's 2-0 to Manchester City. Man City press on here from Karim Benzema, 1v1 solo there to the goalkeeper, and now Man City are 3-0 up before half time, and West Ham's defending was so poor, Benzema, all he had to do is put it into that top corner, and now it's 3-0 to Manchester City. There's a nice counter press there from Man City again in the second half as Benzema puts in his weak foot, and that's a hat-trick for Karim Benzema. And now Man City are 4-0 in front here against West Ham. And there's no hope for them because they've done quite well, West Ham, to get a point out of Liverpool and Arsenal. But today, against Man City, they've been absolutely flawed here at the Etihad. And more continued there for Man City as Man City press on again. And Benzema scores his 4th goal in the matchup to make it 5 here at the Etihad Stadium. And West Ham United look so poor at the back. And all he had to do right there is to put it in through Fabianski's hands, and now it's a goal to make it 5-0 to Man City. West Ham now got themselves a consolation goal as Gerald Bowen had a shot saved from Edison and then rebounded back there to Benrahma, and West Ham got themselves 1 goal back in the game to make it 5-1 into the match, and he knocked it there with an open goal from a rebound, and it's now 5-1 to Man City, and West Ham got themselves a consolation goal because of that. And the match ends here today with 4 goals from the French forward Karim Benzema today, as Man City here won by 5 goals to 1 here at the Etihad Stadium, and Man City obviously were fantastic throughout the whole game, and it's been now 12 consecutive victories for Man City ever since they lost that opening game of the season to Chelsea, and they won here by 5 goals to 1. Martin Odegaard for Arsenal pressed on to the Villa's defence and passed it nicely to Smith Rowe, and Arsenal in the lead in the game in the first 11 minutes to make it 1-0 to the Gunners. Then, however, Aston Villa from Ollie Watkins got themselves back in the game as a pass was given there from Watkins to Douglas Luiz to make it 1-1 to the match, and Aston Villa are back in the game though from a great assist there from Ollie Watkins to pass it and strikes it, then beats Ramsdale by a shot from Douglas Luiz to make it 1-1 in the match at the Emirates. Then the corner came in there was a handball in the box, and the referee pointed this penalty, and Arsenal give away a penalty before half-time for Aston Villa to try and make themselves get in front in the match-up here at the Emirates. And he went from 0 to hero, Smith Rowe, from scoring the other end now to give away a penalty from a handball. As a nice penalty was taken, it was there from Ollie Watkins, as he placed it very nicely into that bottom corner of the goal and beats past Aaron Ramsdale, and Villa are now 2-1 up here at the Emirates. And however, Arsenal got themselves back in the game to make it 2-2 as Wilfried Zaha, straight from the second half, have really pressed on Villa's defence, and now it's 2-2 and Arsenal back in the game. And now Arsenal back in the game as Gabriel Jesus makes it 3-2 to Arsenal in the matchup. And Villa did try to be holding on that 2-1 lead going into half-time, but unfortunately they're back trailing now to 3-2 at the Emirates. And a second goal was scored. It was there from Gabriel Jesus to make it a second goal for him and extend the lead to 4-2 at the Emirates and make sure that Aston Villa don't get back into the game. And they did that and scored in the 88th minute of the match before the end of the game at injury time, as Arsenal are now 4-2 up here at the Emirates. The Gunners, the Reds, obviously won here today by 4-2. 2 goals from that man Gabriel Jesus, and also for Zaha and Emile Smith Rowe. He went from 0 to hero for giving away a penalty though. But however, Arsenal got themselves 3 points and they are still in that top 4 position, as Arsenal won here today by 4-2 at the Emirates. They're in very impressive form under Thomas Tuchel for Chelsea. Almost got a goal, in fact, in the first minute of the match, but a save was stopped from Sarr. And then Mason Mount crossed the ball in to a header from Kurt Zouma, but saved again from Sarr. Mertens pressed on the Wolves' defence and tried to pass it to Abraham, but it was a great defence from Connor Cody, but the ball was cleared to Mertens' head instead to make it 1-0 to Chelsea. And Connor Cody lost control of the ball and went to Jorginho's feet, and then the ball went from 1v1 solo to Sarr and puts it in to make it 2-0 to Chelsea in the game. Mendy for Chelsea got the ball as a goalkeeper and tried to clear it away, but it hit the hand of Cesar Sequeta by mistake, and the referee points to the spot for a penalty as the ball ricocheted his hand by mistake, but unfortunately that can still cost you a penalty in the match to do that, and it's now a penalty for Wolves. And then Raul Jimenez puts it in to get 1 goal back for Wolves. It's now 2-1 to Chelsea. And Wolves carried on pressing on the Chelsea defence, and maybe could be 2-2, but it was a save there from Mendy. It was a nice cross there from Wolverhampton Wanderers, who crossed it into the box with a header and went and beat the goalkeeper Mendy to make it 2-2 in the game here at Stamford Bridge. A great comeback from Wolves, from 2-0 up to Chelsea, and to get 2 goals in the second half, and they got themselves a point. Unfortunately, Chelsea, they dropped points. They were in the title race with Man City in Matchday 13, but they've dropped points today against Wolves, as it's now Chelsea 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Huge battle down the relegation battle between Southampton and Watford. And Southampton, the Saints almost scored, but it's saved there for the keeper. And then in the other end of the pitch, Watford trying to get themselves to make it 1-0, but saved there from Alex McCarthy. And a corner from Watford Football Club from Ismail Sarr, who crossed the ball in. It was actually a handball, in fact, from one of the players in the penalty box to give away a penalty to Watford in the first half. It was actually, the hand was there from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the referee gives a penalty there by Watford. And Joshua King places it into that top corner, and Watford are leading here at St Mary's by 1-0. And maybe they can get back in winning ways after that poor 6 games losing run might come to an end. And Southampton want to get back in the game after losing here by 1-0. And then a shot from Che Adams, but saved there from Bouchman to keep that one out. And it's still 1-0 to the Hornets. In the second half, Southampton from Che Adams knocked it there from a shot there from Southampton's attack. But it was a save again there for Bouchman to keep that one out. And it is still 1-0 from a shot there from Deapu. And save there for Bouchman to keep that one out. And then Watford from Etienne Capoue made it 2-0 to Watford. And 2 goals in the 78th minute of the matchup from a goal there from Etienne Capoue to make sure that Watford claimed 3 points for the first time in 6 matches after losing so many matches in the Premier League. And that is a massive goal there for Etienne Capoue for the Hornets, for Watford. However, for the injury time, however, Southampton trying to get themselves back in the game. And the shot there from Danny Ings, but saved by Bouchman to keep that one out. And it's now a corner kick it is there for Southampton. A great win for Watford, however, 3 points away from home. They're back into winning ways after a poor spell of results throughout the last 6 or 7 matches in the Premier League. And they're back to winning ways here as the score ends here as it was Southampton 0, Watford 2. The official results for Matchday 13 of the Premier League: AFC Richmond 2, Tottenham 4, Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 2, Celtic 4, Leicester 2, Chelsea 2, Wolves 2, Everton 3, Brentford 3, Liverpool 8, Leeds United 0, Man City 5, West Ham United 1, Manchester United 2, Rangers 3, Portsmouth 1, Newcastle United 4, Southampton 0, Watford 2. In the top half of the table, we have at the top of the league, we have in 2 points clear, we have Man City with 36 points. In second, drop points, we have Chelsea with 34. In third, we have Liverpool with 32. In fourth, we have Arsenal with 31. In fifth, we have Tottenham Hotspur with 27 points. In sixth, climbing up the table, is Newcastle United with 21 points. In seventh, we have Aston Villa with 18 points. In 8th, dropping down the table, is Leeds with 18 points. In 9th, we have Leicester City with 17 points. And now climbing up to the top half of the table now, above Manchester United in the league, is Rangers with 17 points. In the bottom half of the table, we have Manchester United dropping down to 16 points. In 12th, we have AFC Richmond with 16 points. In 13th, we have Brentford with 15 points. In 14th, we have Celtic with 14 points. In 15th, we have Wolves with 13 points. In 16th, we have West Ham with 12 points. In 17th, we have Everton with 11 points. In the relegation zone, we have now Watford with 11 points. In 19th, we have Southampton with 7 points. And last, we have Portsmouth with only 6 points in the league. The fixtures for next week's Matchday 14, we are featuring first. We will have Arsenal will play Liverpool. Newcastle will play Chelsea. For the game highlights for the other matches, we're going to have Aston Villa versus Man City, Tottenham versus Portsmouth, Wolves versus Everton, West Ham versus Southampton, Watford versus AFC Richmond, Brentford versus Celtic, Leicester versus Man United, and Rangers versus Leeds. And that's all we have time for here today for Matchday 13 content of the Premier League. We'll be back for next week for Matchday 14. Until then, goodbye.